What's going on, you guys? We're going to go ahead and do a little short update on the tank. Something new I learned about cleaning the glass. I just cleaned all the glass yesterday. It's already dirty a little bit again because I feed a lot. I try to keep the phosphates around 0.3 to 0.7 or 8-ish. I learned that you can use a Mr. Magic eraser, the original one, to clean the inside of your tank. And I did this yesterday. No ill effects on fish or no ill effects on the corals. So I'll be right back and I'm going to show you guys the one that I'm using. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so right here. So on there, Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the original. You can use this to clean the inside of your tank. Actually, while I'm on here, I'm going to go ahead and get in there and show you what I do. Straight up go in there with it. I'm going to get my ladder. I learned this from Aaron's Aquariums the other day. I seen him doing it. You can even do the outside of your glass. This also takes out little minor scratches that you may have in your glass. Like not deep scratches, but little scratches. So you see this right here? Boom. Comes right off easily. You don't even have to scrub hard. This is a hard tank to get into though. You can already see the dirt on there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can already see the dirt on that. Go ahead and rinse it out. And I'll come over here and get this side of the glass. Right here. Yes, this thing works really good. I just found out about it, and this is all I'll use from now on to do my glass. I'll do it once a week. This week I did it twice because I'm just showing you guys how this works and no ill effects on the tank. I also use these to clean my bathroom, which is crazy. I use the original ones also. So, they work. And they even get little scratches out of your glass. You learn something new every day, guys. Every day. All that. All that. And alright, I just wanted to show you guys that it can be done with no ill effects. I think that's pretty awesome. Go ahead and pull this back. Keep you guys straight on here. Let's go back a little further. Zoom in a little bit. Alright. Also, I added this green Gonapora over here. This is the first green. This is my third green Gonapora. Every time I get one, I had one delivered. It never came out. It died. I have this one right here by the clam back there. It comes out a little bit, but it doesn't spread like this one. This one I just got the other day from my LFS, Saltwater Shack, and it is doing good. It's happy, and I love it. I have it right by my red Goni. So, and I'm trying to get one. I'm trying to get a purple one. And I also want a yellow one. I'm trying to have a little Gonapora garden over here. There's a couple other things I did learn about this tank. So I had a finger leather coral, and I moved it because it got too big, and I ripped it. It like split up the middle. I don't know if you guys can see right here. Let me take you guys off this tripod. Okay, guys, I'm holding it with my hand now. See, This little piece I ripped off, I never knew it was there. It just started growing back and I just noticed it, right? It's growing out of the rock. The big piece of it died. I had a whole colony of it that grew from a frag, but I ripped it up the middle when I went to go move it because I had it glued down so good. And a couple months later, I have this little piece. Let me see if you can see it. Yeah, right there. See it? I have that little piece right there that's just growing back out of nowhere. That is awesome. And I also have pieces all through the tank, like in the back, that whenever it died, it kind of fell apart. Look, it went everywhere. There's a piece back there. There's a piece on the other side of my tank. Whoops. Also, that's not the only coral that did that. I also had this Montipora spongids or whatever it's called. It died, and I had to glue down to the rock. And here goes a little piece that was left that literally is growing back, and it is colored up too. Like, it looks really good. That's awesome. So the same thing happens with zoas too. I had this little orange zoa frag on a plug over here, and a piece must have grown off, and I took it off. Like, I ripped it off of there because I didn't like it. I didn't really like those zoas too much. And here they go. It went from one little piece to a whole bunch just everywhere, which it looks pretty good, so I don't mind it. So put you guys back on. Okay. So corals are doing the same. They're all colored up. All the polyps are out on most of the acros. I can't complain about anything. I've been doing a lot of cleaning. I did just start dosing phytoplankton every day in here. And I'm about to go do it right now. Right now I'm on the tripod with you guys. I'm going to show you real quick how I do the phyto. Give me 1 second here. So this right here is my homemade phytoplankton that I made downstairs in my basement. I had like a whole gallon of it. I ended up throwing most of it away because I just didn't have no use for it. I was going to do copepods. I bought these copepods off of eBay. There ended up being like no copepods in there. I tried, there was like 1 or 2 that I seen moving. Most of them died. I bought it off of Buffalo Biologistics or something like that. Biologistics, I want to say. This is pretty much what I do, guys. This is live phyto. I shake it up every day in the fridge. I dump a little bit in here. I don't really measure it. Just to about that line right there. There's no line on this. This is just what I think about it. Not a good idea laying that ball up there with no cat. That's a reason for disaster right there if I would have did that. Alright, so put the cap back on. And this is how I feed Phyto. Every day I do this whenever I wake up. Go across the tank with it. The clam loves it, so I try to spray it at the clam. Watch the clam close up. Very slow reaction time, but yes. Every day I do this. Tell me what your thoughts are on dosing Phyto. I don't know if anybody else does it. I just started doing this. 2 times a week I try to feed reef roids and reef chili, one or the other, not both of them. I mean, by Christmas time I want to see a little bit of a nice bit of growth off of these acros. I want to feel like I'm doing good. I want to feel like I'm actually making something happen. Oh, things I did do is I moved this. Let me see if you guys can see it. I moved this Duncan Coral down here. It was over here, like where that empty frag plug is, over on the other side of the tank. And I moved it over here, and it's definitely doing better. It's extending more. It was getting way too much flow over on the other side of the tank. There's only 2 heads on it, and I think that'll take off. Because I had a frag before that grew from a couple heads to a huge colony, but I lost it during that whole light shock, photo shock period. Let me zoom in for this one. This right here, that is a Vivid Rainbow Delight, and I had that all the way at the top of a rock. I had it like close to the light. And the colors were kind of pale on it, so I moved him down to here, and we're going to see what it does. It's already starting to color up. The polyps are out on it. I mean, it ain't gonna pick up on this camera. Oh, look at Darla in the way, my little firefish. I had her for a couple years. But yeah, things are doing good, guys. The GSP on the back of the glass is growing. It's all encrusted on the glass. I did just recently, actually yesterday, I put a frag rack on the back. You can barely see it because it's so crystal clear. And I put my scrambled egg zoas on there. I'm going to use it for zoas. I'm going to let my zoas grow on it for now until I can find a spot to put them. I'm not big on frag racks. I don't like frag racks in my tank, but I kind of hid that. You can't even see that. I'll zoom in on it. Right up there, a little reef and art right behind that rock structure. Yeah, I'm not big on frag racks at all, guys. But I hid that one, and it's on the back of my glass. I don't mind it. I probably will end up keeping that there. Like I said, I'm going to use that for zoas for now. I'm going to get a whole bunch of zoas, some exotic zoas. I don't want just any zoa. I want some nice looking zoas. And corals that I am looking to get is I'm looking to fill this escape bin down here with all egg cans down on the bottom of the acro rock. I want to fill this all in with egg cans. I want to put egg cans in the middle of some zoas. I got that off of Eat Sleep Reef. He had a good idea. He puts his egg cans with the zoas and it kind of looks really good. So that's what I'm going to do with that zoa rock over there. Since his finger leather's growing back, I'm going to leave that go because I know how big they get. I may use a razor blade and actually scrape that off the rock because I don't know if I really want a finger leather in my tank now. Other than that, guys, the torches are doing good. All the corals are doing well. I'm experimenting with this phytoplankton every day. I mean, if I start getting cyanobacteria, it's going to kick rocks because I'm already feeding reefroids twice a week. You know, every week varies. This week I'll feed reef chili twice, and then so on, you know, and then reefroids, reef chili. And I'm doing that twice a week. I'm doing a 20-gallon water change every 2 weeks. I'm doing that. I'm going to show you one more thing. So I want to show you guys one more thing. These right here are my water change buckets. They are both they're each 20 gallons a piece. They're little mini water change buckets. All my water change stuff in there. It makes water changes so much easier. My dirty socks. I just got done cleaning a whole bunch of them. This is where I keep all my saltwater stuff. My fiance probably hates it, but we don't use this downstairs shower anyway. This is where I keep all my socks in this bag. All socks inside here. All it is sump socks. Because I change out my sump socks every single day. See, I got my Hannah checkers over there. I got my Calc Wowzer right here. And I got my Calc from BRS. Got all my stuff down there. My little alcohol spray that I use on my hands before I put my hands in the tank usually. I got my complete insect bear killer for coral dipping. My salinity checker. Some buckets. A bunch of buckets everywhere. More testing kits. I have my my glue. I keep all my glue in here. Yep. I'm stocked on pretty much everything. A box of gloves right there. Got my towel that I put down on the ground when I'm doing stuff. And last but not least, guys, this is the salt I'm using. Tropic Marin Pro Reef. It works perfect. I test my alkalinity every time I make a new batch of salt. Every 20 gallons I do. And it always tests at around 6.8 to 7.0. And I keep my alkalinity at 7.0. Everything's working good, guys. And I will catch you guys on the next ones. Peace.